On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be covering lifting techniques and the PPE associated with it for safety. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, Warehouse Safety Tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast.
Do you ever have to lift or move items at your facility? If you do, I want you to think about this, and that is all of the hours and dollars and productivity that has been absolutely lost because of improper lifting and moving techniques, via injuries, possibly death, and just general errors that would happen in the workplace because of it. If you're someone that has to move or lift things, make sure that you do it properly. And that is, go through and plan the lift or the move. Make sure that you know exactly how it needs to go. And if it's too heavy, make sure that you ask for help. Make sure that you use all the proper PPE. This is going to include, but not be limited to, back braces, hard hats, hearing. It's going to have safety glasses. It's going to be steel-toed shoes. It's going to be reflective materials that you're wearing. Now you might think to yourself, how does PPE work into that? Well, at the end of the day, the one thing that you want to keep in mind is that accidents can happen at all times. And if you are carrying something and something maybe slides off and would hit you in the head, or you are not wearing gloves and something would poke you, or you would lose your grip, or if you do lose your grip and you would drop something, you want to make sure that your toes are protected and that your foot is protected. With the eyesight, you want to make sure that nothing is getting in your eyes while you're trying to carry. And with the protective clothing, you want to make sure that you're visible if you're carrying something, and that people that are in either vehicles or moving around you don't accidentally bump into you. So all of that's important. And again, we mentioned having a back brace. Make sure that it is a back brace that is approved by your facility, and that you're not depending on the brace itself, but that you are making sure that you use proper lifting techniques. So don't rely on the back brace to protect your back. Rely on the proper lifting techniques by bending at the knees and not the waist, and making sure that you don't do any twisting or sharp movements while you're lifting or moving. All these things are going to be absolutely paramount to staying safe and making sure that those dollars, productivity, and hours are not lost because of something that you can control. So thank you very much for being part of another Warehouse Safety Tips. And until we see you next week, stay safe. And here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.